Hello, I did oh gosh, I'm already nervous. Okay, I did this, I guess you can call it a speed paint. Um, I clearly don't know what I'm doing, but that's okay. It's going to be authentic, it's going to be great. I drew basically a goth warrior version of Princess Zelda. Specifically, I modeled her after Twilight Princess, and I'm really proud of this drawing. It's fairly rare that I'm very proud of a drawing. It's actually rare that I even finish a drawing nowadays, to be honest. Um, but I really enjoy the idea of having a YouTube channel and actually doing that, and I have tried to start it probably 7 different times. Maybe since 2016, probably even earlier. I always give up. I always get too nervous to put myself out there and to record my voice. For some reason, it's weird to me. But you know what? You can't get better if you don't start. So that's what we're doing. It's a new year, so I'm very crazy hopped up on New Year, New Me. It's my favorite time of the year is the beginning, and I'm quite proud of this one. So I don't necessarily have a specific process that I go through when I'm drawing, but I always have a reference. And usually I'll take pictures of myself as my reference just because I can see the shadows and anatomy, and I'm not in any worry of copyright infringement because of me doing my own poses, although I am definitely doing, I definitely could get flagged for copyright, but that's okay. At least my poses are original, right? So, sketching, usually it takes me 3 different times to get a rough sketch. And this one actually took me a really long time. It took maybe 9 hours, I think. The thing at the end said 9 hours to make this, and that's just kind of because I really wanted to take my time with it and make sure that I did it right. I think that anyone can really make really good art as long as you take the amount of time on it. And so the sign of a good artist, I personally think it's not that they make good art, it's that they have spent the time on their art previously to learn and to make it better, if that makes sense. So it's very much so a practice makes perfect, but every single time that you practice, you're really looking at it. So right now I'm looking at this hand, and hands are a struggle. If you've ever tried to draw hands before, they are a huge, huge struggle. So it really helps to look at them. And I don't know what else to talk about. I have quite some time left, don't I? It took me a while to do this base. I really like it though. I actually probably will recycle this base. I like to save my base poses. That way if I want to do a quick character design, I can. And then here I believe I'm starting on line art. Unfortunately, because I am just learning how to screen record, I mean, I know how to screen record, but because I'm just learning how to sort of put these videos together, I didn't realize I didn't have enough storage space on my iPad in order to screen record for the coloring and for the line art process, I think. And so luckily Procreate, that's the app that I am using for drawing this one currently. I don't know how to place noses and mouths also, so that's what that is. But luckily the app that I was using also does their own screen recording. It just kind of looks a bit more flat and boring to me, and it doesn't really show the process as good, in my opinion. And I tend to struggle a lot with putting facial features on the body correctly, so I'm kind of using a anime head reference here. And I'm sure you can tell that there are different colors for, like, the face is red and the hands are green and the body is blue. That just really helps me when there's too many lines to differentiate between the lines. And with Princess Zelda, I knew that I wanted to make her really like punk rock goth looking, and so I gave her a hairstyle that I personally really love to do because I'm also a hairstylist, and it just didn't really seem very recognizable for her character. So right here I was going to do like a big long poofy mohawk and then maybe have the sides shaved, and that would look really cool, and I might do that at some point. But I wanted her to look like her original design, I guess, but also pretty casual. I'm sure you could tell there's a huge jump there. That just kind of is due to my inexperience. I am sure that if I make more of these in the future, it will look much nicer. But here's where I started to have a lot of fun with her outfit and designing her. So the straps on her tank top have the Triforce logo on it, and that little dagger that she has on her thigh is actually a short version of her actual sword. And then this part I'm really, really happy about. I took the markings on Wolf Link's face and I made it a tattoo for her. I really love that. And then also the same of the Din, Pharaoh, and Nehru. I did those tattoos too. I thought I was being clever. I really like it. Quite proud of that, actually. And then her little, like, thing, I don't know how to describe this. It's like a tapestry. I don't want to say thing between her legs, but the thing between her legs, I'm pretty sure that's a little obvious of that was modeled after her dress. But I also have this skirt that I like specifically, where, like, it goes in the front and then in the back, and then there's two long slits on the sides, and I'll usually wear those to, like, concerts or just if I want to look cool. So I tried to model it after that, but it didn't quite work out with having the back part of the skirt too. Just looked a little weird. So she just gets a random cloth between her legs. I don't know, design choices. And then I gave her light arrows because they're cool. I guess I'm making her forehead smaller. Or eyes. Yeah, I struggle with the placements, but I believe I got there in the end. And now what am I doing? Okay, flipping the canvas. Yeah, I can tell that because I'm fairly inexperienced at voiceovers and don't quite know what I'm doing, that I'm mostly just talking about what I am doing on the screen, which I guess is also good. But eventually I'd really like to talk about, I don't know, philosophical stuff, fun things, how to, I guess how to be creative is a bit weird to say, but how to stay creative and how to stay inspired, and how to beat imposter syndrome. I'm not saying I know a whole lot about that, but I am saying that is a huge part of an artist's journey, I believe. And I think that more people should talk about it. And now I am starting the line art, which I really like. It's very pretty. I think I'm just using the, what brush is that? It's just the random Procreate brush, but I renamed it Coloring, which was kind of dumb because now I don't know the exact name of the brush. And now this is where I didn't forget to keep recording, but unfortunately my storage space ran out, so I thought I was recording when I wasn't. So this is Procreate's version of recording where it's just all I guess I'm not sure if stagnant is the right word, but you don't get to watch me tilt my canvas as I draw, which I tend to do that a lot. I just think it's a bit more interesting for the eye. But here I'm laying down my flats, and I sort of try to choose a color palette based off like a sunset type colors. And I did play around a lot with like the purple versus yellow shading. I decided not to go with it in the end. I think it would look really nice in a print, but these are for stickers, so I wanted them to be a bit more bright. And so I'm struggling with the shading there, trying out different blend options. Is it blend options or layer options? I don't know. This is pretty much the end of the video. I won't ask you to like and subscribe. You're more than welcome to, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of doing this for fun and seeing how it goes. And that's the final design. Thank you for watching.